Hello everybody, I am Dan Senna and this is 2D DevQuest. I am at the moment doing a walkthrough of the prototype of my game, The Legend of Sarah. And I want to take a rest from doing that and actually go over some of the mechanics that I'm going to be including in the actual game. So first off, I want to mention all of this art comes from Open Game Art, and the only reason this little guy can do all he can do is because of their wonderful art. I am very impressed with their art. I really like it. And so this little guy here, you can see he can run and he can sit, and that's really cool. Okay, so in this video, I want to go over the class systems that I'm going to be implementing in the game. There's going to be a total of 10 classes, at least that's what I have planned for. And it's going to be 5 different classes with 5 upgrades, right? So for example, you can be a mage and you can upgrade to a wizard. You can be a warrior and you can upgrade to a knight. You can be a rogue and you can upgrade to a ranger, and so on, okay? And so in this case, actually before we get started, I'm going to equip this little guy with a sword so I can go get some water from the well, because if he gets thirsty during the demonstration, he won't be able to do his thing. So let's just drink some water over here. There we go. Okay, so this game is going to have what I call soft classes, right? In most RPGs, when you choose a class, you're kind of stuck in that class and you can only do the things that that class can do. In the case of this game, you're not stuck in the class. Your class is basically the equipment that you put on, right? So for example, here we're going to equip a wooden sword, and I'm going to put on the armor of a warrior. So this is the warrior armor. And I'm also going to equip the shield. So if you want to be a warrior, just put on the armor and equip its weapons, right? So the cool thing about the warrior is that the sword, it has, check that out, it has combos, right? So it's a 4-swing combo. And the sword is the only weapon that can do that. Now, can you use a sword as a wizard? Yeah, you can. Can you use a sword as a rogue? Yeah, you can. But the mechanics of the sword is like kind of what carries over, right? So really, if you want to be the warrior, then you put on the full warrior equipment. So you could kind of be like a warrior rogue. You just put on the leather equipment and put on a sword and a shield, right? So I'm going to use this shield here with this guy. So this guy, he can, if he touches me, I get hurt, right? So what I can use the shield to keep him at bay. And then what I can do is just swing, right? So I can use the shield and swing. And this is what a warrior can do. And it's a specific style of gameplay, right? The warrior, he's able to really get up on your face and just hack and slash. If you don't like this style of gameplay where you're using a sword and shield, you can switch. Oh, I just leveled up. You can switch over to a mage. So I'm going to put on the mage equipment. And again, like the warrior armor that he had on, that armor is the strongest armor in the game against physical attacks, right? And naturally, the mage armor, or the mage clothes, or robes, is going to be good against magic attacks, and also piercing attacks. So let me put on also the magic staff. And as you can see, just because he has that on doesn't mean he can't use a shield. There will be restrictions. For example, if you have on the warrior armor, you can't do magic, because the logic is that the metal of the armor impedes you from using magic, right? And at the same time, you really shouldn't be able to use a sword as a mage because all the robes get in the way and you get all tangled up in your robes. But I will be implementing that later. And as you can see here, he has a magic staff. And if you look at the upper left, his mana goes up when I attack the bunnies, right? So the way you get mana in this game is by being offensive and attacking. And with mana, you can use the staff to let go of a fireball, right? And so what's cool about this is that you charge the staff, and he lets go of a fireball. Or you can charge a little longer and let go of a larger fireball. Or you can charge extra long and wait till he's fully charged, and he'll let go of a large fireball, right? And I like that mechanic. You know, I got that from Mega Man X, and also Crystallis. This game here is based off of various games from the NES era, the original NES era. And in Crystallis, you could charge a weapon. And so I decided, you know what? I want to have a charging mechanism in my game as well. Another cool thing here is he can have... I'm going to equip now the turtle shield. And you can only equip magic if you have a staff, right? If you're equipped with a staff, then you can equip magic to the staff. So you can still let go of a fireball, or a mana ball in this case, because it's the mana staff, or you can turn on his turtle shield. And what's cool about the turtle shield is it stays on until... Oh, there's a little bug. It stays on until he runs out of mana. And this particular spell, what it does is it absorbs it absorbs 50% of physical damage, and that 50% goes towards the mana instead of your HP, right? So if I get hit, you can see I lose a little bit of mana every time I get hit, and half of the HP that I should lose as well. And this is the Mage. I'm also working on, and I've showcased this in the prototype. I'm also working on the orbs, right? So he has, in this game so far, you can have the orbs and the shield. Another class that I want to show you guys is actually, let me turn off that. And I don't have the armor for the Cleric. So the Cleric is going to have specialized armor. It's going to be made of silver, and it's going to be, of course, extra strong against undead and ghosts, right? And there's a ghost right up here. And the cool thing about this is ghosts, you can't hurt ghosts. See that? Like the orb doesn't have an effect. And so if I use the magic staff on the ghost, oh, the ghost is running away from me. It'll come back. Actually, there's some ghosts under here too. So let's come under here. So there's a ghost right there. You see, the HP in the ghost does not go down. So if you want to fight a ghost, you have to equip the Cleric armor, or the Cleric weapons. Let me get there as quickly as I can. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die. Hold on. So Clerics, they use holy weapons. And those are basically maces and clubs. They are blunt type weapons, because in this game, Ascendi, the god of the game, he doesn't like weapons that cause you to bleed. Actually, he's getting hungry right now. Let me go cook some food. I wonder if this stove is working at the moment. Yes, it is. Good. Let's eat some food. Now let's go kill that ghost. Oh. So with the holy weapons, you can attack the ghosts. There's also a prayer system, right? So clerics, they're holy people, so they have access to holy prayers. And the way prayers work is, I just got like a raw piece of meat down there. You see that raw piece of meat on the lower left of my inventory. I can offer it at the altar, and my prayer points go up, which is the white little bar next to my HP. And with prayer points, as long as I'm equipped with holy weapons, or I have bare hands, I can pray and equip the prayer, and now I have divine strength, which makes him twice as strong. He outputs twice the damage, and he absorbs half the damage as well, just like that turtle shield. And the thing about prayer is that it's you can toggle it on and off. And so I'm running out, like it's using up prayer points as he has the shield on. As you can see, I only have one prayer point left, and soon I'll have none. And when I have none, it'll turn off. So there it goes. Okay? And that's it. So these are the 3 classes I have working so far, and I will be working on more. And as I make more classes, I'll post the videos. Till next time, guys.